especially with their type of attack. What were you most pleasantly surprised with today?
Well, I was excited that we got probably 6 or 7 defensive ends, 6 defensive tackles, 7 linebackers, probably 8 DBs, all in early time, first 3 quarters. So we were hoping we had a lot of guys that would be able to help us in critical situations, and we got to play a lot. Our guys didn't panic against the no-huddle offense. Even after a sudden change situation or something like that, they remained calm. We gave up a couple plays, which will happen, obviously. When you're going against any offense, they're going to make a couple plays, but everybody remained calm. There was no panic. They stayed together. That's what I was most excited to see.
Mike, I guess from your standpoint, seeing Tyson Smith get that interception and run it back, I guess your thoughts on that?
It was great to see him make a play. He's a great story to begin with, and to step up and get a pick six. Shoot, the emotion that brings to the whole team is absolutely amazing. So I'm real happy for him individually. You can see our guys on the sideline when we get a turnover getting excited. They got a little something they do on the sideline after a turnover because we know those changes games, but great for Tyson.
Dave, you get the ball, the 1 yard line, you're about to punch it in, and you get the fumble. What are you thinking in that initial moment when LJ fumbles on that first drive?
Obviously very disappointed in what happened. It was a good hit by the defensive guy, but there's certainly no excuse putting the ball on the ground. So, and LJ knows that and feels bad about it. But, we drove the length of the field. I felt like we would be able to consistently move the ball on him, and figured we'd have many chances to bounce back. But, left 7 points off the board right there, and that's unacceptable.
Dave, I guess could you just basically assess Brian's performance, the ability that he shows with his legs to kind of give some different looks and decision-making and calmness that he showed today? Yeah,
I think I've been saying all along he's probably the most athletic quarterback we've had in our going on 11 years here, and he showed it today. And I think that's the biggest threat as a quarterback that's got some legs like that. Is not necessarily a quarterback run game, but scramble. I'm not sure how many yards he got scrambling. We call a couple quarterback runs, but when he takes off, running after a drop back pass, there's some wide open spaces there, and he's a threat. So very happy to see that, and pleased with his performance.
Dave, what did you see about a Darryl today? Just using him kind of in different, using jet sweep
Yep.
and everything.
Well, he had a great camp, and going into this game, we felt like he could be that guy that we could get the ball to numerous times, various ways, in the run game and the pass game. And so it wasn't a surprise. We had some plays planned for him, and he performed well. Did a great job. Happy for him.
Coach, you mentioned Lewerke's ability to scramble, how you might be able to work that into a game plan, but what's the push-pull analysis of when you want him to tuck it and run, when he should stay in the pocket and try to wait through and check down through his reads?
Well, I'm a result-oriented guy, and when he scrambles and picks up first downs, I'm happy about it. And I think the biggest thing is him staying healthy when he does that, sliding or whatever he needs to do. But I'm not sure there's a magic formula to that. He made plays today, and that's a great thing. We'll take it.
Question for both of you guys. 9 true freshmen played today. I guess, was that the plan coming in with that? And what did you see, what little you could throughout the course of the last few weeks that allowed them to step in and play right away?
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Well, I would say that we definitely knew those guys that you saw on the field today, they were going to play. That was the plan. And there'll be a couple more that you see over the next couple weeks, I believe. But they were ready. What we were able to do this year for the first time, bring them in a little bit earlier, teach them a little bit more, do a little more football during the summer. They were ready to go, but it's also a special group of kids, so that was the plan.
Dave, can you just talk about the wide receiver core as a whole? Coming in, there was a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions. We didn't know,
Right.
who was it. Tristan had the nice spring game, but still,
Right.
We didn't know a lot about these guys and what they could do. Could you just talk about, what they brought today and what you saw from them?
Well, we had high expectations coming into today, and we felt like we had, not just a group of 3 or 4 receivers. We felt like we had 6 or 7 that could play for us. Obviously, Darryl did what we hoped he would do today. I think a lot of those guys performed well. But so many of those guys, even Darryl, Felton, Davis. I mean, you put them together and they had, a few catches last year. So it's not like they came in with a lot of experience. So the bottom line is this, is that I thought they performed well, had some good stats, but hopefully this is just the tip of the iceberg for them because, first time out of the box, they're going to have mistakes. They did, as many guys did. But I think those guys can continue to grow and be a very good group.
Dave, there's a play that Ryan has early where it's just a flip out. I think it was like a second or third and 5,
Yep.
third down,
Right.
deep in your own territory. Sort of the idea of the quarterback being a playmaker, and I mean, does that embody what he is a little bit? That risk at that stage in the field.
Yeah,
that play?
he's done that. I'm not sure he's done it in the game before, but he's done that in practice, and I think he's got a little bit of that, mentality of he's going to be a little bit of a risk taker, I guess. But I thought that was a great play by him. I didn't think so at the time when I saw him do it, but it worked out good. So, as I said, I'm a result-oriented guy. But we're happy with the way he played. And again, same thing I said about wide receivers. I mean, he's just getting started.
Mike, we saw the play Chris had near the goal line, but were you satisfied with the pressure on Morgan?
I thought we had a couple more opportunities to have a few more sacks, and I think that the motor was good. The pressure was much better, no doubt about it. It was improved, but we'd like to get that quarterback on the ground a few more times, no doubt about it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.